Blackjack 101 Introduction to Blackjack. Blackjack is the most widely played casino game in the world. Here are some of the factors that have led to its number one status. A low house edge. Moderate player control over the outcome. Players are allowed to have basic strategy reference cards at the table. The ability to turn the edge slightly in the player's favor through card counting. Camaraderie with fellow players who often win or lose together. There are also a few potential downsides. The proximity to fellow players could be a downside. The rules often vary from casino to casino, and you're not allowed to touch the cards, unlike some games like craps where you're allowed to throw the dice. The basic strategy for blackjack was first solved and published in 1956. Card counting strategy was first published in 1962's Beat the Dealer. The idea that players could beat the casino took blackjack from a second-tier gambling game to number one, passing other popular games like craps. Despite the game being theoretically player-favored, casinos made more money on blackjack than ever before. There are many variants of blackjack, such as Blackjack Switch and Spanish 21. In this series of courses, we'll only be talking about traditional blackjack and the many subtle variations of that game. Things to know before your first time playing. You can bring a basic strategy chart to the table and use it while you play. You can get these charts online or in the casino gift shop. Your cards will be dealt face up, and that's okay. Don't touch the cards or your bet once the deal has started. Most casinos will want you to use hand signals when you act. The dealer is there to help you with these, but the main two to know are hit. You want to tap the table with your finger or fingers. Stand. Wave your hand over the table horizontally. You are allowed to ask the dealer or other players what they think you should do. Because your actions can affect the outcome of other players, players at the table can sometimes get frustrated with you. Most casinos will give comps, so get a player's card and get rated by the pit boss. The amount of comps is not as high as some other games. That's because the house edge is also very low if you follow basic strategy. Conclusion. You now know a little about the history of blackjack and what to do at the table. We very much recommend you stick around for Blackjack 102, where we go into detail of how blackjack is played, and Blackjack 103, where we go into depth on blackjack strategy. Thanks for listening, and as always, please gamble responsibly.